For the first time this year, the Toronto Raptors dropped 2 games in a row, losing 119-109 to the Houston Rockets at Scotiabank Arena. The story coming into this basketball game was, can you contain James Harden and Russell Westbrook? Can you shoot the 3, and can you rebound the basketball? Well, one of the 3, the Raptors did a pretty good job of, and that was containing Westbrook and containing James Harden. They did a pretty damn good job with that. Now, James Harden only had 23 points. Meanwhile, the guy averaged like 38. He only, did he score 20? Yeah, 23 on 7 of 11 shooting. Again, he didn't shoot a lot. We'll get to why in a second. He shot 3 of 5 from 3. He had 6 steals to James Harden. And Russell Westbrook, he had a triple-double, but it was 19, 13, 11. Nothing too crazy. And he shot 7 of 27. So, yeah, the Raptors did a really good job on those 2 guys. The problems were shooting the 3. The Raptors, as a team, shot only 31% from 3, 12 for 39, where the Houston Rockets shot 22 for 55, 40% from beyond the arc. Now, you're probably going to ask me, well, James, you just talked about those 2 guys, and they didn't shoot the ball very well. So what happened? Well, P.J. Tucker, former Toronto Raptor, 18 points, 11 boards on 6 of 12 shooting. He knocked down 5 threes, did P.J. Tucker. I think all of them were from the corner, and that's his spot. And it was just a really tough time there for the Raptors because they doubled James Harden, which was great, but they weren't able to get a hand up on the other guys. And Ben McLemore, he had a season best, 28 points on 8 of 17 shooting from 3. Big time. Where are we here? House Jr., this guy's been an incredible story for the Houston Rockets. He had 16 points on 3 of 8 from 3. And they all made huge impacts. Those guys, excuse me, McLemore and Tucker combined for 13. And then you add House. That's 16 threes from role players. Their guys got the job done. The Raptors did not. Their role players had 16 threes combined. The Raptors as a team had 12. You're just not going to win like that. You're just really not. And, excuse me, guys. Let's go quarter by quarter here and kind of break this game down. I want to get through those main factors. We'll get to the rebounding in a bit because I want to really discuss that. First quarter, again, you give up 34, you only score 20. You're only down 6 points in the first quarter. That's okay. It's still lots of basketball to play. Second quarter, -2, 29-27. So now you're down by 8 at halftime, but there's still a whole half to play. 8 points ain't nothing. We come back from that, no problem. In the third quarter, the Raptors get down as much as 16 points, and things are not going very well. However, late in the third quarter, the Raptors find a way to grind, and they get it down to 7 after 3 quarters of play. And we're like, hey, this team's right back in it. They're feeling great. They scored 33. They allow 31, however, but you're only down by 7 going into the fourth quarter. Now, at one point, excuse me, guys, I don't know what's going on with me, lately with the coughing and everything. I got to get this thing checked out. That felt a lot better. All right, let's get to the fourth quarter now because this is where I thought the Raptors would take things over. They started to get energy on their defense, and as we all know with the Raptors, when they have good defense and they have very active defense, it leads to their offense. And at one point in time, the Raptors claw back into this game and have a 3-point lead. And we're like, wow, they're right back in this game. They got an advantage. But then, just as fast as the Raptors took the lead, it was gone. And the Rockets built it back up to 8 and then back up to 10. And it was just, it was too big of a comeback to overcome there late in the fourth quarter. As I said, the Raptors fall 119-109. 25 points for the Houston Rockets in the fourth quarter. Only 21 for the Raptors. They're in the fourth. When you need to get points, when you need to be big, the Raptors just weren't in the fourth quarter. Now, we can talk about the referees. We can talk about James Harden. We can talk about Russell Westbrook. All you want. In the end, the Raptors did not shoot the 3 ball well enough, and they did not rebound the basketball. All right, let me get to those categories now. Rebounding, Raptors were -9, 54-45. That is a big difference, and the big one that jumped out at me, 20 offensive rebounds for the Houston Rockets. That is way too big of a number. Those 20 offensive rebounds, guys, led to 24 points. 24 points just on second chances. With a team that shoots as many threes as the Rockets do, you give them a second opportunity, they will burn you. And they did today. The Raptors just did not contest the three well enough from their other guys. They did a great job on Harden, they did a great job on Westbrook, but they could not do it on the role players, and they just burned them. Now, anybody freaking out saying, well, the Raptors maybe aren't legit, they've lost now 2 games in a row to some good teams. This team is still trying to find their form. You know what I mean? They're not even, halfway through a year without Kawhi Leonard. Siakam's trying to come into his own. They still don't know what they are yet. And yeah, things aren't going great right now. They're not winning. They haven't won the last couple games. They've now lost 2 games at home. Excuse me. And they're just not feeling right. But that's okay. They'll come back into it. They'll be better. We know this team can do it. And if you guys are jumping off the bandwagon already, clearly you're not a Toronto Raptor fan. You are clearly a fan that was on the ride for this and hung around because they were playing well, and now that they've lost a couple games in a row to some good teams, and you don't think they're as good as they used to be, and you don't think they're as good as they were advertised here lately, and you're gone, you're not a Raptor fan. And that's just all there is to it. Now, the good things about today's ball game, the active defense. Look, I understand that the Raptors give up 119. However, they hold the Rockets only 41% from the field. That is not a lot. They did a really good job contesting the three. They found a way to contain Harden and Westbrook. However, it was just way too much to ask this team to do down the stretch. And obviously 27 assists for the Raptors, 14 steals. They did a really good job defensively. But 5 blocks to there too. The Raptors still turned the ball over 17 times. Points in the paint were 52-28 in favor of Toronto. So you saw right there, the Raptors dominated that front. But it was just a lack of three-point shooting, a lack of rebounding. That was the story of this game, people. And I hate to say it, and it sucks, but that's just the way it worked today for the Raptors. And you got to find a way to move on from it. It sucks. Now, let's get to some buzz. Oh, my God. That one really tickled my throat there. All right. Okay. Pascal Siakam, 24 points, 9 rebounds, a couple assists. But the problem was he didn't shoot the ball well enough. Pascal shot 9 of 22, 2 of 8 from 3. That is not very good. 40% from the field, 25% from 3. Yeah, he had 9 rebounds and a couple assists, shot 4 of 4 from the line, had 3 steals and a block. That's nice. But you got to shoot the ball well against this team. The Raptors starting unit just did not shoot the ball well enough. And that is just very difficult to watch. OG Anunoby really struggled. Shot 4 of 11. He was 1 of 7 from 3. OG really struggled in this one, guys. Gasol, 5.6, 6 rebounds and 5 assists on 2 of 4 shooting. 1 of 3 from 3. 3 steals and a couple blocks. I think Gasol did all right. Kind of what we're used to seeing. Fred VanVleet, 20 points, 6 boards, and 5 assists on 7 of 13 shooting. 3 of 7 from 3. 3 of 4 from the line. 3 steals for Fred. I thought he did a really good job, did Fred VanVleet. And Kyle Lowry, look, if anybody's going to sit here and blame Lowry for this loss, you're blind. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists on 5 of 8 shooting, 6 of 6 from the line, 3 of 5 from 3. He had a steal in the ball game. You can't blame him. Norm Powell was great once again, 14 points, 2 rebounds, and assists on 4 of 8 shooting. Did a really good job on James Harden. Was 6 of 8 from the free throw line, had a couple steals in the game. I thought he looked really good. Ibaka, 10 points, 5 boards, couple assists on 4 of 10 shooting. Sorry, guys. But those numbers don't suggest the Raptors played pretty bad, but the problem was you didn't shoot the 3 well, and you didn't rebound well enough. That was the story of this game. They've played some hard games against Miami, a hard game against Houston. You lost both. Oh, well, you move on from it. The next game, I think, is another huge contest, a huge test for the Toronto Raptors as they head to Philly to take on the 76ers, who, if I'm not mistaken, are still perfect at home. They are 10-0 on their home court. Are the Raptors going to find a way to end that streak? We're going to have to wait and see. It's a 6 o'clock tip-off there on Sunday evening. We're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out, though, all right? So, what, guys? It's a little bit of an early exit on this video, but I have a lot of things I need to do, and I apologize to you guys for that. But I went through everything about this game. I said everything I needed to say. All right, so smack that like button if you guys enjoyed the video, but not the endings of this game today. Smack that like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the way the Raptors played today. I want to hear everything you guys want to talk about when it comes to this team. Also, the rumors about Tristan Thompson coming to Toronto. I want to hear your guys' take on that. What's your opinion on Tristan Thompson coming home to Toronto? Yeah, he's a Canadian kid, but do you really want him on this team? All right. And Twitter is down below. Follow up and send me a DM, guys. Do all that great stuff. Also, Patreon link is in the description below, guys. If you have not signed up for that, which I think almost all of you have not, that is okay. If you guys are interested in donating $1 a month to the TO Sports Talk fan page, or not really a fan page, just the page in general, the link is in the description, guys. If you want to sign up, go ahead. If not, that's okay too. All right. And it's exclusive content going to be on that, by the way. If we can get a bigger following on there, I will definitely be more active on the Patreon account. All right, I will talk to I will talk to you guys. Leafs edition. It's on Saturday as the Buds are in St. Louis taking on the Stanley Cup champion St. Louis Blues. Look, St. Louis has been great this year. The Leafs have been subpar at best this year and have been awful lately. So we're going to see if they can bounce back in St. Louis. It's going to be really tricky. And as for the Raptors, as we've talked about, their next contest is Sunday in Philly. 6 o'clock tip-off to take on the perfect 10-0 at home Philadelphia 76ers. And it'd be a real test to see what this team can do against Philly. Last time we saw Philly, Joel Embiid, a big goose egg. What's he going to do at home? We're going to have to wait and see, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.